Hi guys, welcome here to my channel, and today I'm going to be starting a little series where I'm going to be building my own monster. Now, a monster is an inverted roller coaster located in Gröna Lund in Stockholm, Sweden. It's not open yet, but the construction pictures and videos look amazing, and so that was basically the inspiration for my actual Diorama challenge this month. I wanted to build a coaster based on that roller coaster, and so I came up with this layout. And if you want to participate in that, please check out the latest video, which I'll put on the screen now, about the Diorama challenge, and it has some details at the end on how to submit your own entry if you want to also build your own theme to this particular roller coaster. But basically, I wanted to create, like I said, my own styled monster, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So starting off with here is this huge giant support now, which I think is so iconic. It looks amazing. It's just this giant support, which I've not seen before on a B&M coaster. I'll just pop a picture on the screen now so you can kind of see the reference that I'm going for. So I think that just looks really awesome. At the moment, this ride doesn't particularly have a theme or anything. I've just kind of gone along the lines of building a pretty park. I'm going to try and make it look realistic and basically just make it pretty and do some of that kind of classic Broadwalk style kind of funfair theme park, seaside type park, which I seem to do quite a lot, if I'm honest. It's something that I do quite often. I've done a few of these themes before, but this time I wanted to kind of create like a marine harbor, have the coaster kind of coming out over the water, and my logic behind doing this kind of support structure style is I want to try and use as less footers as I can in the water. A footer is what is at the bottom of a support, which goes into the ground, like the concrete bit. And I feel like over the water, it'd be like really logical to do not as many. So I'm going to try and connect all the supports to this one big support. So there's only that one big footer in the water. And then for the lift hill, I'm going to try and create another little kind of system to try and minimize the amount of footers that I use. So I'll get onto that just in a moment. If you have a name for this coaster, please let me know down below in the comment section. I haven't got one yet. I really love the color scheme. I've gone for this purple and this kind of very light bluey color. I think it works really, really well against the water and against the kind of theme that I'm going for. When I say theme, you know what I mean. It's not got like a story or like an actual theme of like a movie or anything like that, which is normally when I'm doing these kind of dioramas, especially with the diorama challenge. You guys are amazing at coming up with themes and building these storylines or these moments or scenes from movies and stuff. And it's something that I'm not particularly so great at, and I admit that. I definitely am better at doing the more realistic style stuff. Actually, this is a trick from somebody that I just did that I've seen on Reddit and on Discord, where you can actually use the monorail track. It kind of doesn't have a collision, so you can sink it into the B&M track a little bit to create that extra thick spine, which looks super realistic for the lift hill. I'm going to do that as well on the brake run. So that's basically what I just did there. Not my idea at all. Definitely, if anyone knows who came up with that, please let me know. Or if you were watching this and that was your idea, then please write that was my idea, because I don't want to steal any credit for it, because it's such an awesome way of doing the thick spine on the track. And I wouldn't have thought of it before I'd seen that on Discord. So today I'm mainly focusing on the support work for the drop and the lift hill. I've just been working on the kind of tunnel where the train would come out of the station and actually head up the lift hill. So I'm just working on making that look kind of nice as well. For this coaster, I did actually put the station underground, which is very unusual. Normally I would build like a big station building or something, but the monster in Sweden does actually have an underground station as well. So I thought that was a really cool element to add into that. This is not a recreation, just a disclaimer of Monster. This is my own version of it, and I'm just inspired by that coaster. Also, something I want to say is that the more recent B&M coasters have actually gotten away with not having a pre-drop. So as you know, B&M coasters very often have a little pre-drop on the top of the lift, which will then go into the main drop. And Monster does not have that. It's a very similar lift to Osiris at Parkitect and also Banshee at Kings Island. I think it's at Kings Island. Yeah, so that's the kind of thing that I'm going for there. With that one, if you're wondering why this B&M coaster doesn't have a pre-drop, that is why. So now with the supports for the lift hill, I'm actually going ahead and doing a diagonal kind of footer system. So the idea is that all the supports from the lift hill will come down and go into this designated kind of diagonal footer that I've built. So rather than having one footer for each support on the lift hill. I'm trying to do one big footer for each side, just to try and keep down the amount of footers that I'm using. I think it looks prettier as well in the water. And this waterfront is also going to be used for a marine club. Now the idea is to have a couple piers and have some yachts and some boats on those piers, and then on the actual land on the waterfront, I'm going to do like a clubhouse for a marine club and have like a barbecue, that kind of thing. And maybe that would double up as well as a restaurant in the park. I'm not really sure how the system would work right now, whether this would be a park where you would pay per attraction, and it's a free entry park, or whether you would pay for entry. I think this kind of style park would suit a pay per attraction type system, and therefore the marine club kind of area would be kind of maybe off limits to guests for going in there and having food. Maybe only boat owners can go in there. So I'm trying to think a little bit of a story behind why that marine kind of club would be there on the front. But I think it's a really perfect location and setting to have that, and having the coaster kind of coming a bit out over the water. So as well in this park, I want to include a few flat rides. I'm thinking about adding in like a drop tower, maybe like some vintage cars, carousel, that kind of thing, and try and dress them up to look a bit more kind of like this old Broadwalk style theme. I think that would look really, really cool, and having this really new modern coaster in amongst those older attractions. So I think that would work out really, really well. And I'm just propping down some paths now as well, just to kind of get an idea for the layout of the park. Or this section of the park. Obviously a diorama is like a slice of cake taken out of a larger setting, so this would just be a small section of a larger park. Yeah, I don't actually normally do videos for my diorama challenge of me building them personally, but I was really kind of inspired by Monster so much that I wanted to create a little series alongside the diorama challenge of me actually building my ideas and everything. So today I'm basically, like I said, just doing the supports and setting up that pier. I'll leave you with a screenshot now kind of how that's looking, and I'll try and drop another episode as soon as possible with some more updates of this build. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time for another episode here on my channel. Bye!